So my dad is actually the first one who brought me to a first skate. It was like an open invite, come try ringette kind of thing. And all I got, obviously I don't remember because I was very young, I think I was 5 learning how to skate. That was the goal of the sport actually, is to get into skating. And then after the one practice or the one tryout, whatever, I asked when was the next session. And honestly, it just never stopped from there. It just continued, signed up, and then I'm 26 years old, probably in my 20th season. So I'd say it was a good start. I love sport, especially for women, because I feel like it develops like a confident level, like at a very young age, and I think that's something that is just tremendous to develop, especially at a young teenage years. That can be a little hard at times, especially for women. I don't know, it's just there's so much talk around it, so I don't need to elaborate, but I just love the community, the aspect of having teammates, having friends, having an aspect of like performance and having to execute and work hard. I've always been someone eager and passionate, so just to transfer that into a sport was just a perfect mix for me at that point. Marie-Ève Daou est probablement mon inspiration encore à ce jour. N'est pas nécessairement encore active comme joueuse, mais a définitivement charmé mon chemin. J'ai eu la chance de l'avoir comme entraîneur à Team Québec puis dans une de mes équipes locales. Je dois une grosse partie de mon succès à cette personne-là, honnêtement, super inspirante, enrichissante, tout le temps quelqu'un qui était rassembleur. J'avais son énergie de leader, puis comment il était capable d'apporter le meilleur de chacun. Puis encore une fois, à ce jour, j'espère que je suis un petit peu la personne qu'elle est aujourd'hui. At a very young age, I would say my support was directly from my parents, obviously just from bringing me to every practice at 6 a.m. or in Montreal, or having to drive to New Brunswick and the endless travels that we have. So I have to give a lot to my parents. They've always been my #1 fans, my close family as well. I'm very fortunate to play with my sister now. So I just love the family, obviously, aspect and just friendship. I think it's a very tight community. I won't lie, there is quite a bit of media, and then with the PWHL, the competition is just getting higher and higher, but it's a challenge that I think we are ready to take on. I think ringette as a whole is completely different. It has its own aspect, his own philosophy behind it, and the players that I've now played for over 20 years would speak the same. Yeah, we might be less known, but I don't think the passion is less by any means, and that is something that will transparent over the years, hopefully. Well, I know a big aspect in the values of Ringette Canada is to be inclusive and kind of invite everyone, and that's, I think, a very good message to kind of spread the word that it is for everyone, and the goal is just to have fun, right? It's just another sport, and what is the highest level that we can have, and how many players can we get involved from everywhere and anywhere at different levels depending on their skills. I think the goal is just to have fun on the ice, so if we can keep that going and spread the word, that'll be lovely. Again, the support that you have within the different achievement that you can get is kind of like a pursuit to always grow, learn, and be better. I think that's the outcome of any sport is you try to be better, you practice, you play, you want to execute and perform. So for women, I would highly suggest and hopefully inspire some of them to join a sport. Obviously, if you can be ringette, that'd be even more awesome. But I think it's crucial, and it has played immensely in my personal development and who I am now, and the career opportunities that I've gotten over the years. And I think I have to give it to ringette to just build me as a character growing up, for sure. I just love that we keep it fun. Honestly, that's kind of the whole team vibe, if you will. So before game, usually we do like a game warm-up before starting a warm-up. So just to get everybody to laugh and just get on the same page and just kind of be with friends for a moment before having to perform and execute and be serious. The fact that I'm building friends that I will have for a lifetime, it's a completely different game than just the local people you meet here and there. It's you're going through so much with your teammates that you have no choice but to be a tight family. So I hope she gets all the opportunities she wants. I want her to work hard. It will not always be easy. It's how you answer back to challenges and pick yourself back up that'll build the character you'll have. I hope she continues and bring leadership within her own team and bring people to a better version of themselves, whether that be on the ice or off the ice.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the 2025 Canadian Ringette Championships. Bienvenue au Championnat canadien de ringette 2025. We respectfully acknowledge that these Canadian Ringette Championships are taking place on the ancestral, unceded, and unsurrendered territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. The Algonquin people have lived, cared for, and protected this land since time immemorial. As we come together from across the country to celebrate the sport of ringette, we do so with respect and gratitude for the opportunity to gather, compete, and share in the spirit of community on this beautiful land. May our time here be guided by mutual respect, friendship, and the recognition of the deep cultural significance of this territory. Nous reconnaissons respectueusement que le championnat canadien de ringette se déroule sur le territoire ancestral non cédé et non concédé de la nation algonquine Anishinaabe. La peuple algonquin vit, prend soin et protège ce territoire depuis des temps immémoriaux. Alors que nous nous réunissons de tous les coins du pays pour célébrer le sport de la ringette, nous le faisons avec respect et gratitude pour l'occasion qui nous est offerte de nous rassembler, de participer à des compétitions et de partager l'esprit de la communauté sur ce magnifique territoire. Que notre temps passé ici soit guidé par le respect mutuel, l'amitié et la reconnaissance de la signification culturelle profonde de ce territoire.
Good afternoon, Ringette Canada. Good afternoon. We, the Algonquin women that are standing here before you, we welcome each and every one of you beautiful people to this unsurrendered, unceded homeland of the Algonquin people. Kwe kakina, kwe. Mi wedge. Ni wichki we dug mi wedge bija yego ma nongum. Bijaji ko ma nishna beeki o mama wenenewag. Bienvenue à tous. Bienvenue ici à la territoire non cédé de nos ancêtres, la nation algonquine. Bienvenue mes amis, bienvenue. My heart is filled with so much joy. You could feel the energy, this energy that's coming from each and every one of you. The energy of you, the athletes, the coaches, the parents, the friends, the communities. And you know why this energy is beautiful? Let me tell you why. Because it is the power of women. And I raise my hands to each and every one of you beautiful athletes. The colors are represented here. I see green, white, red, yellow, black, orange, blue, different colors of blue. But it's beautiful, is it not? And I was so amazed to see each of your teams with your own significance and identity of your teams and how proudly you wear your colors and whatever else you're wearing to represent who you are. It's so beautiful, and I got to tell you something else. You got more energy than an entire league of hockey players. Right? And I am so glad that you all agree with me, right? Ringette Canada. So beautiful, so powerful, so emotional, so creative. And I know that you're going to have extreme fun while you're here too as well. Be serious with your game. Be serious in meeting one another, learning from one another, sharing with one another, and just being together as a community of athletes of Ringette Canada. The women that are standing here with me, Brenda, her daughter Michaela, who's a ringette player, and Celine, and I'm Claudette. We are all from the community of Kitagan, Zibi, Algonquin, and Anishinaabe. Ottawa is our ancestral territory, our homeland that we are very proud of. Our community of Kitagan, Zibi, which is Garden River in the English language, is about 100 miles north of here on the Quebec side. We are here today to welcome you to the homeland of our ancestors. We are here today to promote our nation and to represent our community. We are here today to acknowledge each and every one of you beautiful athletes, your teams from across this land called Canada. We are here today to also exercise our rights as First Peoples and original peoples of this land, our right to acknowledge the land that we are on, to acknowledge our ancestors, to pay tribute to our ancestors, as well as our nation. We are also here at this time to do the protocol. And that protocol, the welcome protocol, this welcome protocol also includes a blessing. As First Peoples of our land, no matter which tribe or nation we come from, we have protocols, we have laws and responsibilities. And that responsibility is when we gather, we welcome brothers and sisters, we welcome everyone with a good heart, with kindness and respect. It is also our responsibility to give a blessing. And a blessing will be said for you, the athletes, for your teams, for your community, for your families, your friends, and also for you to have a good week, enjoy each game you play, to celebrate who you are, to do so with responsibility, with fun, and to ensure that you'll be well taken care of and that no one will sustain injuries. I also want to take this moment to recognize and acknowledge the great mascots who are here, and I'm actually looking at one that's waving at me, and we're trying to figure out, we know he's not a moose, but we know, but we welcome you. We don't think you're a moose. Without mascots, what would we have, right? So keep doing that good job, Mr. Mascot. My name is Claudette Commanda. Claudette Commanda Nidishinakas Kitaganzi Bidonjaban. My English name is Claudette Commanda. Je suis une femme algonquin de la Première Nation. And I'm very proud and honored to stand here with my sisters, my relatives from Kitagan Zibi. And now at this time, words will be said, words of a blessing. And I welcome you into this prayer circle to give your appreciation and your words of thank you in the way that you believe, in the way you understand. We do not impose our ways on anyone, but we certainly welcome everyone into a prayer circle or into a circle of friendship. Because when we speak and when we offer our words to visitors, we do so with a heart of respect and with a spirit of love. We must come together. We must come together as brothers and sisters. And no matter what forum we are, we must come together with kindness, with respect, and with love. For we all know that love is the greatest gift that the Creator has given us. And we exercise that love in many ways, such as the love for the game of ringette, such as the love that you have for your family, for your colleagues, the love for life, and our love for Mother Earth and all that she provides, as well as the love for our ancestors. And we, the Algonquin women, the Anishinaabe Ikweewag o Mamawenini, we acknowledge the first ancestors of this land, our ancestors, Nijen Wen Daganag o Mamaweniniwag. We give thanks to our ancestors. We acknowledge the ancestors of Indigenous peoples from coast to coast on this beautiful country called Canada, and as well as our ancestors that we know are in this beautiful land that we call Turtle Island, that encompasses both Canada and the United States. And we acknowledge each and every one of you, your ancestors. But for our ancestors, we would not be here. So let us remember our ancestors. Let us remember where we come from. Let us hold our ancestors and our relatives with great pride. We come together with these words to the Great Spirit, to the Creator, the one who made all, Gishiminado. Miigwej Gishiminado Kichimigwej Jonje. Ikweewag Eshishininiwag Kichimigwej Jonje Kinakego. Ni buksendam Gishiminado Onje Kakina Nongom Ashishwa Bang Ni buksendam Mashkawirizin. Ni buksendam Minapamadzuin. Ni buksendam Zagiyeduin. Creator, together with that one voice and that one heart and spirit, as brothers and sisters, as women of the land, we raise our hearts to you and we raise our voice, Creator, and we give thanks to you and to our ancestors for all the beautiful people who are here. The women, the men, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the aunties, the uncles, the cousins, the brothers, the sisters, and the women, and the athletes. Creator, it is our prayer for all that you hear this blessing, to bless this championship game, 1 week of celebrating the game of ringette, to bless it with good health, with protection. Bless each athlete, Creator, protect them, give them strength, give them courage, and also give them the ability to learn from one another through celebrating the game of ringette and meeting new friends. Creator, we also ask that you bless each person who is here with the 7 grandfathers. And Creator, we give thanks for bringing everyone together. And may we express that gift of life, Pimadazawin, and may we express that gift of love, Zagiyeduin. May we express it together as one. Kichimigwej, Kishiminado, Kichimigwej, Onje, Kiniwin, Emiyawin. We thank you, Creator, for hearing our hearts and blessing everyone who is here and blessing this next week of games. Kichimigwej. Thank you, everyone. Miigwej. And just remember, hope is free, and you're all going to hope you're going to win your game. We love you all. Kichimigwej, take good care, good luck. Miigwej, Kizagian. And just say, I'm going to teach you a word in Algonquin, and together you're going to say this word. Together I want to hear the house say, Miigwej. I thank you too. Take care.
Hello. Just before we begin, any cars parked on Aberdeen will be towed. So if you want to move those, maybe move those right now. Okay. Welcome, bienvenue, Kwe, athletes, managers, coaches, major officials, and parents to the 2025 Canadian Ringette Championships opening ceremonies. Before we begin, we want to thank Elder Claudette Commanda for the beautiful prayer. We are truly grateful for the wisdom and guidance that you've shared with us today. Here in the country's capital, it's with great pleasure and excitement that we gather here today to kick off the best week of ringette, showcasing the country's best ringette talent. My name is Emma Kelly from the Nepean Ravens NRL, and I'll be co-emceeing alongside Danica.
Bonjour! Bienvenue, welcome, kwe aux athlètes, gestionnaires, entraîneurs, parents à la cérémonie d'ouverture des championnats canadiens de 2025. Ici, dans la capitale du pays, c'est avec un immense plaisir et une excitation que nous nous réunissons pour démarrer la meilleure semaine de l'année, mettant en valeur les talents du pays. Je m'appelle Danica Osborne et je joue pour le Fusion de Gatineau dans la Ligue nationale de ringuette. Et je suis heureuse d'être ici aujourd'hui, accompagnée d'Emma pour animer cette cérémonie.
For those from the Ottawa region, I'm sure you're just as excited as Danica and I to finally have the national championships in our own backyard. If you remember, Ottawa was selected to host the 2020 championships before being canceled due to the pandemic. And since then, many of you, including ourselves, have since grown up.
Si vous vous souvenez, Ottawa avait été sélectionné pour les championnats canadiens en 2020 avant d'être cancellé pour la pandémie. Beaucoup d'entre vous, y compris nous-mêmes, avons depuis changé.
Whether that's maybe graduating, moving, taking on new responsibilities, or even starting a new job, a lot has changed since then. However, your love for the game has stayed the same, and your admiration for your coaches and teammates have also stayed the same.
Most importantly, your drive to compete and succeed has stayed the same, which explains why you are here in the room today, surrounded by many like-minded individuals. For some of you, this may be your first nationals.
If we could give you any advice, it would be to be present. Cherish these times with your teammates on and off the ice. Appreciate the competitive and at times stressful situations, as these are memories that you'll cherish forever, so embrace every moment.
Si nous pouvions vous donner un conseil, ça serait d'être dans le moment présent. Profitez de chaque instant avec vos coéquipières. Appréciez les moments compétitifs et même ceux qui sont parfois stressants. Ce sont des souvenirs que vous garderez à jamais, alors vivez chaque instant à fond.
This year's national championship has a theme of Skate Into Your Power. This theme will honor and celebrate various groups throughout the week, highlighting their importance to our communities. We will celebrate the power of first responders, power of diversity, power of Indigenous peoples, power of women, and power of La Francophonie. We will now welcome Maria Van Gulik to sing the Skate Into Your Power theme song.
If you want it, you can have it. All you've got to do is just reach right out and grab it. Skate into your power. Skate into your power, child. Skate into your power. Skate into your power, child. All you need, you already own. It was given to you on the day that you were born. God only made one like you. So come on, baby, and just do what you wanna do. Skate into your power. Skate into your power, child. Skate into your power. Skate into your power, child. Don't be afraid. God only made one like you. So come on, baby, and just do what you wanna do. Skate into your power. Skate into your power, child. Skate into your power, child. Skate into your power. Skate into your power. Skate into your power, child. Skate into your power, child. Skate into your power. Woo!
Thank you, Mariah. That was beautiful. We will now invite band manager for the RCMP pipes and drums, Graham Ogilvie, to play while the flags are paraded on the ice. We will now invite you to please stand for the national anthem, delivered by Madeline and Penelope Close and Béatrice Bergevin.
True patriot love.
now we will introduce each team that has worked so hard to get here today. Et maintenant, nous allons introduire chaque équipe qui ont démontré un travail acharné pour se rendre ici aujourd'hui. En commençant avec le Nouveau-Brunswick. Dans la division U16, Nouveau-Brunswick. Dans la division U19, Nouveau-Brunswick. Et l'équipe NRL Atlantic Attack. De la Nouvelle-Écosse, from Nova Scotia. U16, Nova Scotia. U19, Nova Scotia. Competing from our home province of Ontario, starting in the U16 division, Richmond Hill Lightning. Team Ontario, West Ottawa Wild. London Lynx. And Nepean Ravens. From Ontario in the U19 division, Team Ontario, Ajax Pickering. Eastern Ontario Force. Burlington Blast. And London Lynx. And from Ontario in the U19 in the NRL division, Cambridge Turbos, Waterloo Wildfire, and the Nepean Ravens. Et maintenant, les équipes du Québec. Dans la division U16, Laurentides. Équipe Québec, Rive-Sud. Et les Cyclones de Québec. Dans la division U19, les Cyclones de Québec. Lac-Saint-Louis. Et équipe Québec, Rive-Sud. Les équipes de la Ligue nationale de Ringuette, le Fusion de Gatineau, Montréal Mission, Rive-Sud Révolution.
From the province of Manitoba, U16 Team Manitoba. U19 Team Manitoba. And from the NRL Manitoba Herd. From British Columbia, U16 Team British Columbia. U19 Team British Columbia. And from the NRL BC Thunder. From Prince Edward Island, U16 Team PEI. U19 Team PEI. From Alberta in the U16 division, Calgary Fuse. Edmonton Ringette Club, the Calgary Riot, and representing Team Alberta, Calgary Edge. In the U19 division, representing Team Alberta, Calgary Heat. Zone 2 Blaze and St. Albert Mission. From the NRL division, Calgary Wrath, Edmonton Black Gold Rush, and Edmonton Wham. Finally, from Saskatchewan in the U16 division, Regina Stingers, Team Saskatchewan, Saskatoon Selects. In the U19 division, Team Saskatchewan, Regina Bandits. And the Saskatoon Blazers. In the NRL division, the Sask Heat. We'll now ask the oath givers to come to the penalty box. We'd also like to turn your attention to the chair designated on the stage for Agnes Jacks. Agnes will always be remembered as a key contributor to the event and an ambassador for our sport, a seat that will forever be kept among our honored guests.
He started the game on an outdoor rink, an outdoor playground rink, and it was just taking a group of girls and trying out his basic rules with no equipment. So we got the broken hockey sticks, the brother skates, and anything that had a hole in the middle. And that was in 1963.
We would now like to take the time to thank our sponsors, Ringette Canada, Cora Ringette, Ottawa Tourism, and the Government of Ontario for your funding and support. Now a message from Ottawa Mayor Mark Sutcliffe.
Hello everyone, I'm really excited to welcome you all to Ottawa for the 2025 Canadian Ringette Championships. Je me réjouis à l'idée de vous accueillir toutes et tous dans notre belle ville à l'occasion du championnat canadien de Ringette 2025. To the teams and players who have mastered the game and are competing at the highest levels, your skill and dedication are truly impressive. I want to thank the City of Ottawa Ringette Association, the coaches, volunteers, sponsors, and all the fans and family members who have helped make this event possible. J'espère que vous profiterez pleinement de votre séjour à Ottawa. I hope you enjoy your time in Ottawa, and I hope you have an unforgettable experience while you are here. Good luck.
We would now like to invite Ringette Canada's officiating lead, Karen Meek, to share a few opening remarks.
As the officiating lead with Ringette Canada, I extend my sincere gratitude and congratulations. They know I'm going to cry. To all the on-ice officials, shot clock operators, and supervisors who generously volunteer their time here this week. We understand and appreciate the sacrifices you've made, taking time away from both work and family. Your selection to these Canadian Ringette Championships is a direct reflection of your dedication, commitment, and passion for the sport. We also recognize and value the time you've invested in officiating league games, traveling to tournaments, and participating in NRL hubs throughout the season. Congratulations and once again on your selection, and I'd like to wish all participants a safe and successful event.
Thank you, Karen. Now I want to welcome Vice President of Communications for the Ottawa Senators, Ian Mendez.
Thank you so much, Emma. And welcome to our city. I just want to know, show of hands or maybe make some noise. First time in Ottawa for people. How many people here, this is your first time in Ottawa? Okay, well, welcome. I promise you, I know the weather is not ideal, but I promise you it's usually worse than this in Ottawa. So, but we welcome you. And I'm actually in a really good mood today, even with the weather, because last night, my hockey team, the Ottawa Senators, we won 3-2 against Columbus. And you know, my favorite moment of that game, it wasn't when Jake Sanderson scored the winning goal or when Linus Ullmark made a couple of big saves at the end of the game. It was about midway through the second period, and they flashed up on the big screen, "Welcome to the 2025 Canadian Ringette Championships," and there was hundreds of you at the game last night. That was my favorite moment of last night. So welcome to all of you. And, you know, for me, I talk about hockey all the time, but I want to take a moment here, and I'm really honored to be speaking in front of you, because I want to talk about my ringette journey. And my ringette journey actually started in the weirdest of places. It started at a suburban Boston Pizza. And I know you're thinking, what are you talking about? But the year is 2016. Our daughter is 8 years old at the time, and we're finishing up our season of playing slow pitch softball. And we have our year-end banquet at the Boston Pizza. And for those of you in Nepean, I know we got some Nepean Ravens here, right? You know the Boston Pizza I'm talking about, Strandherd and Greenbank. And we're there having the parents' year-end baseball tournament wrap up. And the parents are talking about, what are you going to do in the fall? And I was going to put my daughter in hockey. I'm a hockey guy. I figured I'm going to put her in hockey. She was asking to play hockey. And just randomly, this one woman sitting at the table says to me, "Have you thought about ringette?" And I had never crossed my mind. Ringette was the sport that I kind of knew a little bit about it, but not much. I went home, I fired up the laptop, and I showed my daughter a video of ringette. And she asked me, "Do only girls play this?" I said, "Yeah." She says, "I want to play. Sign me up." And so we did. We signed her up in September of 2016, and she could barely skate. I didn't know the rules. Like that first season, I'm elbowing parents like, "What was that whistle for? What was that whistle for?" You know what it's like when hockey people jump into ringette and they have no idea what the rules are, right? But by year 3, my daughter had excelled. I fell in love with it. I started coaching. And I'll tell you, it's addicting. For all of you coaches out there, you know what it's like when it's the greatest privilege in the world to be in charge of young athletes. And for me, I got 6 seasons of that. And I had one of my greatest moments in sports. Look, I spent 20 some odd years as a reporter, okay? And I got to cover the World Series, and I got to cover the day Sidney Crosby scored the goal in Vancouver. I got to cover that for Sportsnet. But I tell you without an ounce of hyperbole or exaggeration, the greatest moment I've ever experienced in sport was when our Nepean Ravens in 2022, in the gold medal game, we were down 4-1 with 3 minutes left. We came back and tied it, and we won it in overtime. And for me, it's the greatest moment I've ever experienced in sport. And what I love is that everybody sitting in this crowd today, you all have one of those moments, the comeback, the game that you won, the medal that you won. And that's something I'm going to carry forever. And that's what's really crushing for me, is that last week was our daughter's final ringette game ever. And I could not have done this speech last week. I was a puddle of tears all last week. You know, they don't prepare you when you become a parent. They don't prepare you for the end of the line when your child ages out of sports. And I'll tell you, I was gutted. I cried on the bench. I cried in the dressing room. I cried in front of my daughter. And I tell you this for 2 reasons. One, I think we need to normalize men crying and showing their emotions. That's huge, okay? But I tell you this because I just want to say thank you. Thank you for inviting us into this community. I have fallen in love with this sport, and my vow to you is to continue using my platform to amplify this sport. And I'm going to leave you with 2 quick anecdotes here that just happened in the last few weeks. So to help tee up this event, we had a media game about 3 weeks ago here in Ottawa. And I got a handful of my media colleagues to come out, a bunch of hockey guys who had never played ringette before, and they came out and they tried ringette. And one of my favorite moments, and you might know him because he's a Hockey Night in Canada reporter, Kyle Bukoskis came out and played. And Kyle had a penalty shot. And Kyle comes in and he scores, and he's super happy, and the referee's like, no goal. Why? Boom, in the crease. You know it, I know it, he didn't know it, but here's the best part. If you go and listen to Friday's episode of 32 Thoughts, it's the podcast that Kyle co-hosts with Elliot Friedman, at the 1 hour and 1 minute mark, they're talking about goalie interference in hockey. There was a controversial play this week with Columbus in New York, and Kyle says on the podcast, I think maybe it's time for the NHL to adopt the ringette rules where nobody can go in the crease. And I thought, yes, we've got a convert here. So if you get a chance, check out 32 Thoughts, the podcast this week. Kyle drops the ringette reference. And the other thing I want to tell you, 2 weeks ago at Canadian Tire Centre, where a lot of you were last night, where we hosted the Columbus Blue Jackets, we actually did a staff ringette game with our front office members of the Ottawa Senators. It was so cool. In fact, we even took a little bit of like a magic marker and we drew in the free play line on both sides. And my biggest fear is that we wouldn't be able to shovel it off and the Senators would play the next night with this extra line on the ice. But my favorite moment of all was Erin. We have a young woman who works in my department, in the comms department, named Erin, and she grew up, she played hockey her whole life. 2 weeks ago was the first time she ever played a game of ringette. And she came up to me after the end of the game and she said, you know what, Ian? I think I played the wrong sport my whole life. And I said, yeah, that's just it. Because you know what? I'll say this. I spend as I wrap up here, I'll say this. This is not an abnormal scene for me to be inside a hockey arena in front of thousands of fans. It's pretty much an everyday occurrence. But you know what I love about this today? You know what I love about this the most? It's the one time I get to stand in front of a hockey arena filled up with fans who know the truth. Ringette is the better sport. Love it. All right, well, again, welcome to our city. We are so proud to have you here. I hope you have a great week. And it's my distinct pleasure now to hand the microphone over to Betty Shields. And Peter Leiser and I were talking about this before. If I went through the entire history of Betty Shields, it would be like one of those medieval scrolls I'd have to roll out. But I'm just going to give you a couple of bullet points here on Betty's career. Started out as the president of Alta Vista Ringette, which if you're from Ottawa, that's that certain part of the city that's kind of morphed into the Cora Association. Former president of Ringette Canada. I've been really fortunate enough to try the Come Try Ringette campaign. That was something that Betty started way back in the day. Ringette Hall of Fame in 1992, Ottawa Sports Hall of Fame as a builder in 2018. Please say hello and a welcome to Betty Shields.
Thank you. That's a hard act to follow. It's really an honor to speak with you today. I would like to welcome you to Ottawa and to Ottawa Ringette. A couple days ago I was asked to give a speech, and I was offered a couple of topics. And one was my favorite ringette story. The other was skating for empowerment. So I sat down and thought about it for a while, and I thought, what's my favorite story? They're not interested in that. That's had to be there. But then I realized that my favorite story in ringette is the story of ringette itself. How just about 400 kilometers from here, Sam Jacks from North Bay had this idea for a game for girls that spread across Canada and it literally spread southern Ontario all across Canada. Then from there, it went to Finland, Sweden, Czechia, United States. It's been introduced in Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and most recently, Japan actually formed an association, a national association. So that's really good news because that's really what's needed in order to progress. So this was no small achievement. It's really about empowerment, which really led me to the fact that both of these topics are the same one, because the story of ringette in many ways is the story of skating for empowerment. Since its creation, the sport has given opportunities to generations of women and girls and families to coach, officiate, promote, develop the sport, and really quite importantly, to make lifelong friendships. Yesterday, Ringette Canada featured a story about Ringette in Ottawa, and this morning on Facebook I had acknowledgements or congratulations from Sweden, from Texas, and from many places across Canada. So that's the power of Ringette, and yes, we've seen it, we'll see it here this week. Ringette has thrived because of the collective strength of all of us to build the sport from an idea to what we see here today and what we'll see this week, make bold decisions, create opportunities for future generations. It's not been easy. It's always been, there's been its challenges. We had big ideas, not much money, and every time there was an opportunity, we push on one door and somebody was pushing, or something was pushing on the other side. But we believed we could open doors. And when I listened to Ian this afternoon, oh, there's a door to open. So I want to challenge all of you today to get to the one dream that hasn't been fulfilled. And when I hear talk about how people who have never seen the game play it and love it, I realize that we are there, we can get into the Olympics. Ringette should be included, but there's work to be done. We have to get the skill level of all the countries that are playing. We got to get that up to the level of Ringette in Canada and Finland. And that's no easy task, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a statistic. When Sam Jacks invented this sport, the population of North Bay was about the population of the registered players in Ringette Canada today. When I was introduced to this sport, living not too far from here, within walking distance actually of this arena, there was about a number of players in the entire region that are sitting here in front of me today. Just can you think, if one man's idea could turn that much, could be that successful, what can all of you do? And I couldn't leave without one favorite story, and it's really appropriate today with this weather. Ottawa is famous for its canal. You've seen it, you're right next door to us here. And it's a big deal in winter. We skate on it, or we like to skate on it, and there's Winterlude. One year, Ringette Canada was holding an semi-annual meeting here, and had people from all across Canada. So I came up with this great idea. We'd all go skating on the canal. I sent out a message for everybody to bring their skates. But as we saw from Ottawa weather, we had a February thaw, and instead of having ice, we had some water trickling down just by the Bank Street Bridge over here, and needless to say, I was the butt of many jokes for a long time. So in closing, I hope you have a great week. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you play, not all your games, but I really hope that all of you have a great time, and I want to congratulate the City of Ottawa Ringette and Ringette Canada for a job well done.
Thank you, Betty and Ian. We would now like to welcome Ringette Canada CEO, Peter Leiser, and President of Ringette Canada Board, Debbie Frail.
Thank you, Danica. Thank you, Emma. Merci. Good afternoon, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, how's everyone doing? You've been sitting there for like 45 minutes, patiently, appreciate it. You can let it all out now. Everyone excited? Everyone ready to go this week? Yeah? Good stuff, good stuff. Well, I'm honored on behalf of Ringette Canada to welcome our athletes, coaches, officials, volunteers, fans, supporters who've come from across Canada this week to be here for the 2025 Canadian Ringette Championships. And welcome to the Ottawa-Gatineau region, home of Ringette Canada's head office, and our talented staff team, who I can see up at the top of section 22 up there.
Et bonjour. Ouais. Bonjour, chers invités, mesdames et messieurs. J'ai l'honneur aussi, au nom de Ringette Canada, de souhaiter la bienvenue à nos athlètes, les entraîneurs, les bénévoles et partisans qui sont venus de partout au Canada pour se joindre à nous cette semaine à l'occasion du championnat canadien de Ringette 2025. Bienvenue aussi dans la région d'Ottawa-Gatineau, où se trouve notre siège social de Ringette Canada et notre incroyable équipe.
So by the numbers, we have 900 athletes with us, 49 teams, 250 plus bench staff, all from this wonderful Ringette community that have gathered in our nation's capital. And over the course of the next 6 days and 150 games, we're privileged to witness tremendous athleticism on display, incredible skill. There'll be brilliant plays, there'll be close matches. But in keeping with the values of the Ringette community, we also will observe fair play, respect for opponents and teammates, gracious behavior in both winning and losing, and ethical conduct and integrity that resonates throughout this wonderful Ringette community in Canada.
Et comme Peter a dit, nous sommes plus de 900 athlètes, 49 équipes et plus de 250 personnels de soutien de la communauté de Ringette qui se sont rassemblés ici à Ottawa. Au cours des 6 prochains jours et 150 matchs, nous aurons le privilège d'assister à des démonstrations d'athlétisme, d'habiletés incroyables, de jeux fantastiques et des parties compétitifs. Conformément à nos valeurs, nous observerons également l'esprit sportif, le respect des adversaires, de nos coéquipières et des officiels, un comportement gracieux dans la victoire comme dans le défait, ainsi que l'intégrité et la conduite éthique qui résonnent dans notre merveilleuse communauté de Ringette au Canada.
So this event is a wonderful opportunity to demonstrate the skill, the speed, the excitement of our game. And I'm pleased to announce that for the first time ever, every game will be streamed on CBC as well as TELUS Optic Network and Ringette Canada's YouTube, with the medal games being streamed on CBC Sports. And that coverage, yeah, absolutely. That coverage is a testament to everyone in the seats and of the growth and the popularity of Ringette. I did also want to mention we're here today due to the work of our host organizing committee, led by Phyllis and Christian and their extremely capable team. Yeah, that's okay, you can do that. That's our host organizing committee who put this all together. So please join me in expressing our appreciation and deepest gratitude. It's been a true partnership, and it bodes well for 2026. So thank you to the host organizing committee.
Cet événement est une opportunité incroyable de démontrer l'habileté, la vitesse et l'enthousiasme de notre sport. Comme Peter a dit, nous avons le plaisir d'annoncer que pour la première fois, tous les matchs seront diffusés en continu sur CBC, TELUS Optic et sur la chaîne Ringette Canada YouTube. Cette large couverture témoigne la croissance et la popularité de la Ringette. Nous sommes ici aujourd'hui grâce au travail du comité organisateur dirigé par Phyllis et Christian et leur équipe incroyable ici à Ottawa. Ils ont travaillé sans relâche pour organiser cet événement pour vous. Alors, joignez-vous à moi pour exprimer notre appréciation.
I also want to thank my colleagues, the dedicated and talented team at Ringette Canada. They spent countless hours preparing and making sure that every detail has been considered and planned to the benefit of everyone here in attendance. I also don't want to forget about our officials up there. I can't read, I don't have my glasses. What section? Our referees, our supervisors, shot clock, all the volunteers. I find it simply amazing that many of you take a week out of your lives, away from your jobs, away from your family, to support the championship. So thank you. Without you, this event would not happen.
Et je remercie également le personnel de Ringette Canada, Peter et l'équipe incroyable, dévouée et talentueuse. Ils ont passé de nombreuses heures à se préparer et à s'assurer que chaque détail a été planifié pour garantir une expérience fantastique pour tous. De même, je remercie tous les officiels et les bénévoles qui sont parmi nous. Il est simplement incroyable que beaucoup d'entre vous prennent une semaine loin de chez vous pour soutenir les championnats. Nous vous remercions. Sans vous, cet événement n'aurait pas lieu.
Emma and Danica already mentioned it, but again, we want to thank the support of our partners, the Government of Ontario, Ottawa Tourism, the City of Ottawa Ringette Association, affectionately known as CORA, all of our corporate sponsors and donors. Their support is vital to the event. And on behalf of Ringette Canada, a sincere thank you to our partners, sponsors, and donors whose support has enabled this to make this the best CRC ever. I think we thanked everyone with the exception of right here in front of me. You for being here. Congratulations, our wonderful athletes, our wonderful coaches, the team staff. This is the pinnacle of the competitive season and your long journey throughout the year that was no doubt filled with challenges along that path that you've overcome. This tournament showcases best on best. You've made it. You've earned it. Congratulations, and now go for it.
Et pour ne pas répéter, mais je veux aussi remercier nos partenaires, notamment le gouvernement d'Ontario, Tourisme Ottawa et l'Association de Ringette Ottawa, et tous nos commanditaires et donateurs qui sont essentiels au succès de l'événement. Au nom de Ringette Canada, nous vous remercions sincèrement, incluant tous les partenaires, commanditaires, donateurs, dont le soutien nous a permis de s'assurer que ce championnat est un événement exceptionnel. Et enfin, à nos merveilleux athlètes, entraîneurs et personnels de soutien. C'est l'aboutissement d'une longue saison compétitive. Et je sais, parce que j'étais déjà assis à vos places, que c'est un chemin sans aucun doute rempli de défis que vous avez surmontés ensemble. Ce championnat est l'occasion de voir les meilleures équipes au Canada. Et vous l'avez fait. Vous l'avez mérité. Félicitations et maintenant foncez et amusez-vous bien.
So I'd now like to introduce Her Excellency Hanna-Leena Kortiniemi, Ambassador with the Embassy of the Republic of Finland.
Hello everyone, dear friends of Ringette. I'm really honored to be here today and represent Finland at the 2025 Canadian Ringette Championships. I'm a proud representative of a country that has a sweet spot, not only for Canada, but also for this sport. As you might know, Canada and Finland are countries that share love for winter sports, kindred spirit, I would say. Maybe having long winters is the reason why Finland is the happiest country in the world for the 8th time in a row. Well, Finnish sauna might help us a little bit with that. Ringette is more than just a game for both of our countries. It is a great source of community, pride, spirit. It is your other family on the ice, that lives on the ice. These championships bring together the players, coaches, referees, family members, associations, and supporters, the fans, all those who feel strongest for this sport. And I know how important this tournament is to you, along with the Winter Games. These tournaments have a rich history in uniting people through sportsmanship and shared love for the game. I was really thrilled to come here today because I actually have a ringette professional in my family. My close cousin is a ringette referee who has been referee at the World Championships in 2017 and 2019. That said, there actually might be some of his ringette referee family members here today. And that is a testament to the other family that you develop through this sport. I actually asked him how he would describe the sport. And his answer was, ringette is a team sport to the core. Success is achieved by a team that plays united. Secondly, it is a sport where being smart really pays off. For example, making smart passes that advances your team's offensive. I am certain that this coming week, there will be fascinating games, spectacular individual performances, and united teams aiming for the top spot. We are all rooting for you. Lastly, while ringette is Canada's own beloved sport, it certainly is loved and adopted by us Finns as well. And Finland will be hosting the World Ringette World Championships this year. And we look forward to welcoming Canadian national team in Lahti in November. I want to take a short break here because this is not a great advertisement to make. November is the worst month to visit Finland. And I'm telling you, we have slush, we have rain, we have snow, we have everything you can imagine. But you made it here today through that ice rain and everything, so it will be a picnic to you. Actually, you'll do great. So it's actually a travel ad to you guys here in Canada. The hosts, the city of Lahti, are expecting to break audience records. And I know that the Canadian team will face a very friendly welcome in Finland. Thank you very much, merci, kiitos, which is thank you in Finnish, once more for the invite. And I feel already empowered by this energy here in this room. And I wish you every success during these championships. Thank you.
Moikka, mun nimi on Susanna Tapani ja tsemppiä kaikille ihan hirveästi tähän viikonloppuun ja turnaukseen ja nauttikaa kaikista peleistä. Hi, my name is Susanna Tapani and good luck all the athletes for the Ringette Championships this weekend.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Canadian Ringette Championships. It's the best week of the year. You're surrounded by the best athletes in your sport. Play hard and have fun.
Avant que nous débutions officiellement les championnats canadiens de 2025, il est important que nous réaffirmons notre engagement aux valeurs de sport pur.
Taking of the oath allows us to pause and reflect on how we want to compete in these national championships. The True Sport oaths designated for parents, players, coaches, and officials are pledges that symbolize the essence of competitive excellence and camaraderie. We will now invite France Charbonneau and Catherine Binder from the U16 West Ottawa Wild to present the parents' oath.
Au nom des parents qui participent au championnat canadien de ringuette, je prends notre engagement à créer un environnement sportif positif et à encourager nos filles à participer à leur mieux. Dans l'esprit de sport pur, nous respecterons toutes les joueuses, tous les entraîneurs et arbitres, et nous nous efforcerons d'être les meilleurs amateurs possibles, faisant preuve d'un bon jugement dans notre enthousiasme et étant courtois en parole et en action. Je prends l'engagement au principe de sport pur, croyant que le sport sain peut faire toute la différence.
In the name of the parents taking part in the Canadian Ringette Championships, I pledge our commitment to creating a positive sporting environment and encouraging our daughters to participate to the best of their abilities. In the spirit of true sport, we will respect all players, coaches, and officials and strive to be the best fans we can be, using good judgment in our enthusiasm and being courteous in words and actions. I pledge our commitment to the true sport principles, believing that good sport can make a great difference.
Thank you both, and Celine Leduc and Hanya White of the U19 Eastern Ontario Forest will present the coach's oath.
Au nom de tous les entraîneurs et autres membres de l'entourage des athlètes qui participent au championnat canadien de ringuette, je promets que nous remplirons nos fonctions dans l'esprit du sport pur. Nous nous engageons à respecter les principes sport pur et à incarner ce que nous attendons des athlètes: franc jeu, excellence, inclusion et plaisir.
In the name of all coaches and other members of the athletes' entourage taking part in the Canadian Ringette Championships, I promise that we will coach in a manner that is consistent with the spirit of true sport. I pledge our commitment to the true sport principles. We will model what we expect from all athletes: fairness, excellence, inclusion, and fun.
Next, for our official oath, Duncan McQuarrie and Tiffany Ducharme.
In the name of all major officials taking part in the Canadian Ringette Championships, I promise that we will officiate this competition with complete impartiality, abiding by and enforcing the rules which govern it in the spirit of true sport. I pledge our commitment to the true sport principles. We will strive to uphold a level playing field and a respectful and positive sporting experience for all.
Au nom de tous les officiels majeurs qui participent au championnat canadien de ringuette, je promets que nous remplirons nos fonctions pendant cette compétition en toute impartialité, en respectant et en appliquant les règles qui les régissent dans l'esprit de sport pur. Nous nous engageons à respecter les principes sport pur et à offrir des conditions de compétition équitables et une expérience sportive respectueuse et positive pour tous.
Thank you both. I will now invite Charlotte McIntyre and Amitra Parmar of the Nepean Ravens, who will present the player's oath.
In the name of all athletes taking part in the Canadian Ringette Championships, I promise that we will compete with honor and with respect. In the spirit of true sport, we will abide by the rules of ringette and recognize the commitment of the tireless volunteers who make this experience possible. I pledge our commitment to the true sport principles. We will strive for excellence, stay healthy in mind, body and spirit, and have fun.
Au nom de tous les athlètes qui participent au championnat canadien de ringette, je promets que nous compétitionnerons avec honneur et respect. Dans l'esprit du sport pur, nous respecterons les règles du sport et reconnaîtrons l'engagement des bénévoles qui rendent cette expérience possible.
Nous nous engageons à respecter les principes sport purs et à viser l'excellence, à avoir du plaisir et à maintenir un corps et un esprit sain.
Welcome to the 2025.
As this ceremony comes to a close, let us carry the excitement and anticipation that fills the air. Today we've come together as a community united by our love for this sport, ready to embark on a journey with thrilling competition and unforgettable moments. Let this championship serve as a beacon of inspiration as we step into the championship. Remember to enjoy the little and big moments and to have fun.
Alors que cette cérémonie approche sa fin, laissons-nous emporter par l'excitation et l'anticipation dans l'air. Aujourd'hui, nous nous sommes rassemblés en tant que communauté, unis par notre amour pour ce sport, prêts à nous lancer dans une aventure remplie de compétition et d'aventures inoubliables. Que cette cérémonie soit une force d'inspiration alors que nous entrons dans ce championnat. Rappelez-vous de profiter des petits et grands moments et de vous amuser.
Best of luck to teams, and we'll see you at the ranks. For those participating in the skills competition, as we work on setting up for the event, we invite you to participate in a Kahoot created by Louisa and Charlotte Legault. With that being said, the 2025 Canadian Ringette Championship has officially begun.
I'll never stop falling for you. I've been on the move, I'm running fast as I can. Ain't got no money, ain't got no plan. Spare me your loving, skip the romance. 'Cause girl, you know I ain't your lover man.
The goal of this sport actually is to get into skating. And then after the one practice or the one tryout, whatever, I asked when was the next session. And honestly, it just never stopped from there. It just continued, signed up, and then I'm 26 years old, probably in my 20th season. So I'd say it was a good start. I love sport. sport, especially for women, because I feel like it develops like a confident level, like at a very young age, and I think that's something that is just tremendous to develop, especially at a young teenage years. That can be a little hard at times, especially for women. I don't know. It's just there's so much talk around it, so I don't need to elaborate. But I just love the community, the aspect of having teammates, having friends, having an aspect of like performance and having to execute and work hard. I've always been someone eager and passionate, so just to transfer that into a sport was just a perfect mix for me at that point. Marie-Ève Daou est probablement mon inspiration encore à ce jour. N'est pas nécessairement encore active comme joueuse, mais a définitivement charmé mon chemin. J'ai eu la chance de l'avoir comme entraîneur à Team Québec puis dans une de mes équipes locales. Je dois une grosse partie de mon succès à cette personne-là, honnêtement, super inspirante, enrichissante, tout le temps quelqu'un qui était rassembleur. J'aimais son énergie de leader puis comment il était capable d'apporter le meilleur de chacun. Puis encore une fois, à ce jour, j'espère que je suis un petit peu la personne qu'elle est aujourd'hui. At a very young age, I would say my support was directly from my parents, obviously just from bringing me to every practice at 6 a.m. or in Montreal, or having to drive to New Brunswick and the endless travels that we have. So I have to give a lot to my parents. They've always been my number one fans, my close family as well. I'm very fortunate to play with my sister now. So I just love the family, obviously, aspect and just friendship. I think it's a very tight community. I won't lie, there is quite a bit of media, and then with the PWHL, the competition is just getting higher and higher, but it's a challenge that I think we are ready to take on. I think Ringette as a whole is completely different. It has its own aspect, his own philosophy behind it, and the players that I've now played for over 20 years would speak the same. Yeah, we might be less known, but I don't think the passion is less by any means, and that is something that will transparent over the years, hopefully. Well, I know a big aspect in the values of Ringette Canada is to be inclusive and kind of invite everyone, and that's, I think, a very good message to kind of spread the word that it is for everyone, and the goal is just to have fun, right? It's just another sport, and what is the highest level that we can have, and how many players can we get involved from everywhere and anywhere at different levels, depending on their skills. I think the goal is just to have fun on the ice, so if we can keep that going and spread the word, that'll be lovely. Again, the support that you have within the different achievement that you can get is kind of like a pursuit to always grow, learn, and be better. I think that's the outcome of any sport is you try to be better, you practice, you play, you want to execute and perform. So for women, I would highly suggest and hopefully inspire some of them to join a sport. Obviously, if you can be Ringette, that'd be even more awesome. But I think it's crucial, and it has played immensely in my personal development and who I am now, and the career opportunities that I've gotten over the years. And I think I have to give it to Ringette to just build me as a character growing up, for sure. I just love that we keep it fun. Honestly, that's kind of the whole team vibe, if you will. So before game, usually we do like a game warm-up before starting a warm-up. So just to get everybody to laugh and just get on the same page and just kind of be with friends for a moment before having to perform and execute and be serious. The fact that I'm building friends that I will have for a lifetime, it's a completely different game than just the local people you meet here and there. It's you're going through so much with your teammates that you have no choice but to be a tight family. So I hope she gets all the opportunities she wants. I want her to work hard. It will not always be easy. It's how you answer back to challenges and pick yourself back up that'll build the character you'll have. I hope she continues and bring leadership within her own team and bring people to a better version of themselves, whether that be on the ice or off the ice.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Bookit.com, and there is a QR code there if you would like it. So the questions will be based on history. There are some calls. There are, what else do we have? There are some questions about the history of more Ottawa and other fun stuff. And their concessions are open for anyone who wants a snack. Concessions are open. It's really exciting. I'm really hungry and I wish I could be there. Toutes les questions sont bilingues. Toutes les questions sont bilingues. Anglais d'abord, suivi du français. Nous espérons que ce sera facile à suivre. So all the questions will be in both English and in French. Some of the translations, I think some of the translations didn't end up quite right. So if you have any questions, we will be talking about them. So hopefully that will answer anything that doesn't quite make sense. We're going to give it a couple more minutes to let everyone who wants to join, and then we will start. We were introduced earlier, but I'll introduce us again. My name is Louisa. This is my sister Charlotte. Hello, bonjour, je m'appelle Louisa, et ça c'est ma sœur. We play for the City of Ottawa Ringette Association. I just played my third year of U19, and we'll now be moving on to GARA, which is the largest association in Canada. Charlotte has just played her first year of U19. She's also a coach. She really likes it. Yeah. Longer. For each question, everyone should get 20 seconds to answer. There will be 4 options. Tout le monde va avoir 20 secondes pour répondre à la question. Il va avoir 4 options à choisir, unless it's a true or false. The concessions are open for anyone who would like a snack. All right, we are now going to start the game. On va commencer le jeu. All right, in what year was Ringette created? En quelle année la ringette a-t-elle été créée? Was it 1959, 1980, 1967, or 1963? Est-ce que c'était 1959, 1980, 1982
Non, 1980. 1967 ou 1963? 11 more seconds. It's
Someone's trying. It was? Okay, we're good. Let's go.
2, 1. And the correct answer was 1963. All right. Oh, math is in first place, followed closely by PA. All right, who created ringette? Qui a créé la ringette? Was it Samuel L. Jackson, Jack Sams, Samuel de Champlain, or Sam Jacks? I think his family was mentioned earlier, so I hope you were paying attention. While the screen is frozen, you could go get a snack at the concession, guys. Trust. So it seems like the game app is frozen. Oh, great. So we just get to hang out all together for however long that takes. I hope you guys are having fun, even though this is really a boring part. I know I would be very bored if I was not talking. You guys so excited to be here? Yeah, I know they are. Yeah. Sorry if I yelled at the Saskatchewan teams earlier. That was a really stressful 5 minutes. This is worse though. They did not give me a script for this and I don't know what I'm saying, so I'm sorry in advance, right now.
Je commence? OK. Just go. Hey guys, my name's Sophie. I am here with my sister today. We are both players for the NRL Fusion. We will be your commentators for the skills competition today.
The athletes are just rounding up. The excitement is there. We just finished off opening ceremony. This is a great moment for athletes. I love seeing them excited and just broadcasting their skills for everyone to see. It's a great moment. We're happy to be here. We have a couple events that will happen today. We will make sure to explain you the rules so you can get a grasp on what's happening. And yeah.
Yeah, we're starting off with about 2 or 3 minutes of warm-ups before we can get into the fastest skater. So we'll have 2 players lining up at the same time, basically racing it out. And the fun part is you actually don't get to find out who's winning until the closing ceremonies.
Yeah, very excited to see the players compete. It's awesome to see different province right off the bat. You get that competition feeling right off the bat on day 0 or day 1. I don't know how they count this.
I think it's day 1, yeah.
There's technically no games today. It's just the fun part, the excitement, just getting the build-up for the competition and performing this week. Very eager to see them play. We're starting with the U16 division. So I don't know how many athletes we have on ice. I would estimate around 20 or so. Yeah. They will each have their own category of events and we'll run through them.
Sorry? No? Like the announcing for the skills competition?
Yeah.
That's you guys?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And so you've got a list of everybody and stuff like that? Okay. And music, the only request is if we're trying to talk to them, just try and turn the music down so we can talk to the girls.
Okay. Ready when you are. We're starting off with the fastest skater. The players were just rounding up. They're getting the rules explained by their coaches and officials. So we have 2 people lined up here. We have a list of players. Hopefully I can get that down so you can see who's actually competing at the same time as I. So we got number 2 here in yellow representing. We have Atlantic Attack for sure, number 55 over there lined up. So those 2 are going to face off to start. Whistle is out. First competition is on the way. You can see them.
So we have Milla Ferguson, number 55, speeding through. And then we have Bella Pedersen coming in front of us.
Nice. So we got our first matchup down. We have another 2 players that will get lined up. I can see number 12 here, and then some number 17 from Nova Scotia. They will face off for the next battle. So the rules of the games are pretty simple. 2 players line up at the center line, opposite sides as you can see right now, and then they'll start on the whistle. 1 full lap around the rink, counterclockwise. Fastest time wins. And we're off. Nova Scotia really speeding out here in the corner. Ooh, those are close, closing in the gaps. Who's gonna take this one? Till the end, I love it.
So this was Gemma Sertola against Brianna Ellis.
Nice matchup, ladies. We're gonna have another 2 setting up. I have a 35 here. I want to say from Saskatchewan, just based off on the colors. Can you confirm? And then we have the Lynx, number 8. Both ladies with that matchup. All right, 3rd matchup. Off the corners, speeding through, getting some speed off the corner is really the key element here. Still halfway to go. Ooh, these ladies are close. Nice.
All right, so this was Annika Soliner against Charlotte Shepard.
Well done, ladies.
Lining up on the far side is Bella Pedersen Maguera, number 2 from Manitoba, number 1. And then on our close side, we have Sienna Harishuk, number 9 for the Riot.
We have some fans in the stands. I assume they're partaking with one of them. Excited to see. Waiting on the whistle here. And we're off. 2 great skaters here. Oof, they're heating up. The Ravens representing Ottawa here. And then skating through in front of us from the west. Oof, I think she takes that one. Good for her. Well battled. Rules of the game, pretty simple. We said fastest time wins. The results will actually be announced at the closing ceremony on Saturday in front of everyone. Good time to cheer on our best competitors. Who do we have lined up, sister?
So in red, we have Amelia Whiteley, number 8 for the Calgary Fuse.
And then she's gonna fight off, all I see is black over there. There's a bunch
Looks
of
like
people.
Richmond Hill, I want to say maybe
Yeah.
Carolyn Joy.
Good pick. I see that small last name. It is Joy off the start. Facing up, rounding up the corner. You can really see the technique here on different players, how they decide to use their stick for motion, how they're powering through the corners.
Really good speed here. Players are doing really great to keep skating over the red line to get that time down as short as possible.
I agree. And then the last term is the most important one. You have to speed through that and go till the end. You can't stop halfway. Even though you might not be winning that one, I love to see them compete till the last very moment. We have number 6 from Alberta here. And then opposite side of her matchup, I can't see. We have too many athletes around here competing for the title of the fastest skater. Skill number 1 of this great competition. Waiting on the whistle again, and we're off.
So this is number 6, Becca Heiss from Team Alberta against a Team Ontario player. This is Addison Fraker, number 4.
Damn, they're fast. I feel like this matchup is really great. I don't know if it's just perception for me, but they've been speeding through that one for sure.
Energy on this one was really cool.
Who will we have next?
The fans are loving it.
Edmonton, we have our captain here, number 19, last name Drew.
Yeah,
and
this
then
is
facing
Ilya
off,
Drew.
Sorry?
Ilya Drew.
Ilya Drew facing Laurentide player. I can't see her number from out here, but I can only imagine the intensity that she will bring.
It should be number 25, Marie-Soleil Giroux.
Captain against captain. Who do you think will take that one?
Giroux's looking really good, but I have to say Ilya has a great form. I think she's gonna pick it up.
Look at that stride. I'm kind of jealous, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
That control. She's so tall. Her strides, I think she would beat me in a race battle for sure. That skater is. Team Quebec. She's warming up, stretching her legs. Her fans are watching. They're on their feet. They want her to win. I love it.
That should be Emily, number 87. You can hear the fans cheering her on.
And then we have number 21, Martison.
Ella Martison from the Regina Stingers.
And they're off. Ooh, that Quebec
looking
nice.
nice.
Yeah. It's that corner. You have to hit that corner. Keep going. Team Quebec from U16, I believe, is Rive-Sud that got announced. I saw the stickers on her helmet there. I think she takes that one, but we won't know the results till the end.
All right, so we have a girl from Quebec. This should be Liana Metivier, number 90, lining up on the far side against Kendall Tameling, number 5 from Team Saskatchewan.
Patiently waiting on the whistle. A little build up here.
There we go, they're off.
Have to skate through that corner. I love to see the strides and the crossover. As our coach would call it, it's the time to get your popcorn feet going. Pop, 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 and keep the strides going. Gauge with that stick.
Cyclone may have taken that one. They were looking really good.
I love how there's like built up matchups within that one competition.
Yeah.
So you can kind of know where you're setting up to be. I believe we're wrapping up the fastest skater drill here. We will move on to
the shooting. So we'll have shooting on both ends. On one side, we will have accuracy shooting, and then on the other side, we'll have the hardest shot. So the net that you can see behind the girls that are taking the picture is the net they're using for the accuracy shooting. There's 4 targets, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and your time ends either when you've shot all 4 rings or when you hit those 4 targets. Fastest time with the most accuracy will win it.
So big round of applause here for our fastest skaters that really competed and started off strong with our skills competition. I love this sport. As you saw, they rounded up in the middle as a community, took a bunch of pictures. I love to see all those colors because at the end of the day, we're So again, about that skills competition, now we're moving to
accuracy shooting. So the sharpshooter comp, it's gonna go as it says on the screen. So the players are gonna stand stationary at a line in front of the net between 2 pylons. Then they will attempt to knock out the 4 targets. They'll have 5 shots to do so. The event is timed, and the time stops when all 4 targets are hit or when you've shot all 5 rings. The most targets hit in the fastest time will win it.
Energy is definitely rising here. because players are starting on the ice. So, juste pour passer à travers les règles, on est rendu au tir de précision. Les joueurs restent immobiles sur une ligne devant le filet. Assez simple, ils ont 5 anneaux. Il y a 4 cibles dans le filet. Le but, c'est de frapper les cibles le plus possible. Puis, le joueur est en train d'éliminer les 4 cibles. Comme j'ai mentionné, ils ont 5 chances, mais ils sont également chronométrés. Donc, non seulement un tir de précision, mais quand même un moment important de prendre une décision. Je trouve que ça démontre vraiment le côté athlétique qui démontre une bonne compréhension de son tir, alignement, précision. C'est vraiment une compétition qui est complète. Le temps s'arrête lorsque les 4 cibles sont touchées ou après le dernier tir, donc la 5e anneau. Le plus grand nombre de cibles atteints et le temps le plus rapide gagne. Encore une fois, les résultats sont annoncés à la cérémonie de fermeture qui se donnera samedi. Un moment assez important pour tous les compétiteurs.
The players you're seeing lining up on the other side of the ice are actually going to be the shooters competing in the hardest shot. So they will have their shot actually measured with a radar gun. They will have 3 shots. They are allowed to skate into their shot, but they have to release their shot before the marked line. The hardest shot will win. If there is a tie, then the second fastest shot will be the tiebreaker. So it's important to go all out on those 3 shots.
En français, la vitesse du tir sera mesurée à l'aide d'un pistolet radar. Donc, on va avoir 2 compétitions qui se tiennent en même temps. Il va y avoir le tir le plus puissant puis le tir de précision, comme on a mentionné. Pour ce qui est le tir le plus puissant, les compétiteurs prendront 3 tirs, lesquels sont autorisés à patiner vers leur tir. Donc, ils ont quand même droit à une motion. Ils doivent lancer avant la marque indiquée sur la glace. Le tir le plus puissant gagne. En cas d'égalité de vitesse, le 2e tir le plus puissant des concurrents à égalité sera le facteur déterminant. Si l'égalité persiste, leur tir le plus lent seront le facteur déterminant. On peut voir les équipes ici se faire expliquer exactement ces règles-là pour amorcer la compétition. Donc, il va y avoir beaucoup de choses qui vont se produire en même temps, 2 compétitions. On va faire de notre mieux pour vous présenter toutes les joueuses qui sont actives dans les compétitions. Donc, au centre, numéro 33 d'Atlantique, on se prépare.
Peyton McDonald.
Donc, Peyton sera la première pour les tirs de précision. Encore une fois, c'est les 5 anneaux avec les 4 cibles. L'objectif, obtenir les 4 cibles en le moins de temps possible. Seulement 5 chances. On attend avec impatience le début du sifflet. I would be nervous in her position to just wait there, everyone looking at me.
I've never done the skill comp, have you?
I've gone once, and it wasn't even with my team now that I think back, because that's the beauty of the sport, is you make great friends into other teams, and sometimes you get invited for those things. So I was fortunate enough to indeed participate in that. I believe I had the fastest lap. I did not win there. I wish I had, but that's the one I competed in.
So for the hardest shot, we have number 3, which I believe to be... I actually don't have it here, so I don't know.
McDonald is off. She has 2 rings left. No, oof, she just got that one. She really smashed it, and then 2. So last 2, she got 2.
She got a solid 2, yeah.
Out of 5, she got 2.
I hope they come that far top corner. She definitely smashed that.
Those are the preferred targets to the upper ones. They're just so satisfying to hit, but usually it's the bottom ones that take the win for you, because that's where you get the precision down to. Ooh, she just got that far left corner. So 1 out of 4 targets hit for, I believe that was, I want to say Edmonton, just because of the colors. Nicholson, number 16. Then we have number 6 in the middle here, shooting. Ooh,
On
missed
the
that shot.
far right, you have Michaela Carbonet going up for the hardest shot.
Not as good as she has hoped, I'm sure. Ooh, wicked shot from 27. I would not want to be a goalie facing her shot. So we got a lot going. I wish I could explain to you each and every one who got what, but based on what's happening, there's a lot. Rounded in the middle, number 6. She's a fast scorer. Hit 1 out of 4. I believe the best scorer right now is 2 out of 4. I'm excited to see who's gonna take that leap. We have
that Quebec player has a shot in her. Jeez, that was a laser.
That was number 26 from Team Quebec. We're watching number 2 here. Ooh, solid, very solid. 1 out of 4. A reminder that we are watching the hardest shot with speed, measured with a radar gun. Each competitors will have 3 shots, and then the competitors are allowed to skate into their shot, but there is a marked before the shot needs to be released. So we have some of that has started on our far right. Saskatchewan player was the first one to attempt. Number 6 skating through. Hard shot. They all have 3 attempts for that hardest shot. So we have a double competition heading up here. We have the precision shooting taking place in the middle, and then they had started the hardest shot on the far right. You can see number 15 here. Really blasting that shot. Unfortunate that she didn't get all the targets, but she did a solid one.
That was Lucy Fisher, number 15 from Team Ontario.
You see some head nod here. They're not performing like they wished. That's the hard part, is sometimes in practice it goes all well, and then you come to perform and it's not quite the same. Ooh, solid 2 for the middle. Solid 3.
Oh, so nearly.
She got the post on that last one. Well done. Number 17 from Laurentide. Great show of skill here. Good for her.
That was Laurence Nadeau coming in with a really decent showing.
Number 13 just finished hers. She missed that last one. You can see her nod. She was not happy with the last one. She pretty sure wished to take that back. Ooh, solid 2 for Dampierre in the middle here. Number 7, or 10. Number 10, sorry. Desjardins.
Close enough.
Thank you. I believe the max target here was 3.
Yeah, we haven't yet seen anyone have a perfect score, but
we are pretty limited with our viewing because there's so many athletes here. I want to say.
She's starting off strong though.
That was a good one. She's so close to like centimeters away from the target. It's not far. It's not hitting. It doesn't count. I've noticed there on the hard shots competition, if you don't hit the net, it doesn't count.
No, it
doesn't. They can't measure it.
I know.
I mean, it is an open net, so
yeah.
Laurentide players skating through it for the hardest shot. Solid one.
That was really solid.
That was really solid.
Really
controlled, no doubt there.
The Quebec players lining up now. I believe this is their second shot each.
They have 3 attempts, so I wouldn't be surprised they're on their second round here because it's been ongoing for a little bit already. Quebec player skating through, hard shot. How would you feel being that person behind the net doing the radar? You're just getting hit by shots.
You are behind the net, right? So it's
true,
not like
but
it can hit you, but
I'm pretty sure I would flinch and close my eyes every time. 66 kilometers on this hard shot. Ooh, solid. Number 8. 67 I hear from this hard shot. Don't know if we're gonna get a good reading with that one. 54 is confirmed.
Ooh, that looked like a decent shot. Not sure if we're gonna get a read on that though.
She missed the net.
Says 47, but we're not sure it's correct.
Definitely seen more than that, but she didn't hit the net, so it's hard to say.
This seemed pretty good. 55, we're picking it up a bit.
We're getting good readings. I believe the hardest one we've heard so far is 67.
We're in the 60s again. This was a 61. All right. We're at 59 for this one. Right.
That was Ashley
Guilty for a good. That was a good shot.
I believe that was Fiona Penner.
It was 54. Still leading with that 67 from earlier. Not sure we're gonna get a read on that. Ended up being a 52.
I believe that is Avery from Team Saskatchewan. So we have, I'm pretty sure that's Leblanc. Yeah, Marie-Ève Leblanc from Team New Brunswick. She's waiting on her cue. She'll be the next hardest shooter competitor. And she's off.
That was a 59. We're getting close back up to those 60s.
Ooh, I have a feeling for this one. 13, Pitsy.
Ooh, that was a decent shot.
Next one lined up from the Lynx. Number 12.
That was a 62. We're back up in those 60s. There we go.
Have yet to beat that 67,
Yeah,
I think.
67. We did not get the readings for the first round, so we're not sure if 67 has been beaten yet, but there's still time.
Number 11 here. Michaela Carbonette from the European Ravens.
That was a 60, but it was a really nice finish. I
You
have to
could
give
hear
it, yeah.
You heard that post.
Really
it was
nice
post-ish.
finish, yeah.
Richmond Hill competitor, number 19. Kalina Wong from Richmond Hill, the Lightning. Then we have 13. Ooh, that was a hard shot, but missed the net. Are we going to get a reading on that? That was number 13 from Ontario, Aurélie Lacourcière.
So we got a 66 on that previous shot. Still waiting for the result for the Laurentides.
Gagnon.
Ooh, that was a really nice finish. We got a 65 on here.
She's up there. She's up there. Florence Kreit. Number 36 from the Cyclone.
That was a 59.
For Delphine Champagne.
Good speed here.
You can hear that window. It's just getting hammered. Number 13. Serena Morgan.
Ooh, what a finish.
She, I can already tell you, is deadly for her team and is probably a heavy goal scorer there. Number 36 from Saskatchewan again. I believe we're on the third round. I feel like I've seen those jerseys before. Number 6. Leila Asali from Alberta.
This is Serena Morgan from Manitoba. New
Avery Ashley, number 13.
Sorry, there's
Calgary.
another 13.
I mean, the line is pretty small, so I get how you got that in. Number 5 from Team Alberta here.
Ella Albers.
Thank you. You can see that. It was right in my face. Number 15.
Wow.
Wicked shot.
What a shot.
The thing is, it hit the first post bounced to another one. I don't know how that would affect the reading on that shot.
I think this is one of the rare occasions where you actually have to aim for like right smack in the middle of the net. Like those shots that make your coaches go crazy. You know?
Oh no, she missed that shot. How unfortunate for her last attempt. Pretty sure we're done with our third round here. Competitors are cheering. Well, display of pure strength and power, would you say?
Yeah.
So decent shot here. We got in the 50s. We even got up in the 60s. We will get the official results announced along with the winners at the closing ceremonies down on Saturday, where all the NRL awards and those skills competition winners will be announced along with champions of this week's final battles. They're rounding up to take pictures here. Lots of colors, lots of different provinces, different cities. It's nice to see them all gathered here to the spirit of the same sport competing. Good for them.
It's really fun to see teams that I've never had the chance to play against. To see them here and like compete at this level is really cool.
And look at that full arena, fans behind. I love the exposure they're getting here for their skills comp. Well done, ladies. Well show of good skills. You can see them say hi to their fans in the stands. First time for them stepping on the ice for nationals. I don't know if it's maybe not every team that got the opportunity to practice necessarily today. So just to get your skates on the ice and have a little bit of flow is always good to just feel better.
We are moving on to the goalie skills and agility.
Yes, so you have goalies in this sport.
Yeah, they actually get to show up and show us their skills. They will start in a crease, and the timer will begin when the player starts to pad slide to a pylon.
Donc, ils vont commencer dans le pli et glisser jusqu'à un cône qui va être marqué.
They will slide back to the crease and complete 3 up and downs.
Donc, ils vont glisser vers l'arrière jusqu'au pli et effectuer 3 mouvements de haut en bas. Vraiment démontrer l'agilité de positionnement.
At this point, they will be asked to throw a ring at 4 pylons. Each pylon hit will deduct 5 seconds from their time.
Ils vont lancer un anneau s'il va y avoir 4 cônes. Donc, chaque cône qui sera touché déduira 0.5 secondes de leur temps. Elles doivent rester dans 4 lancers et ne peuvent pas sauter cette partie.
The goalie will skate around the 3 pylon near the blue line, executing a front-to-back transition at the pylon. They will then skate backwards and do a back-to-front transition on a pylon 2 on. They do a tight turn and skate forward.
Elles vont ensuite sortir de leur enseigne autour des 3 pylônes près de la ligne bleue, effectuant une transition d'avant à l'arrière au premier cône, puis en patinant vers l'arrière, effectuant une transition à l'arrière à l'avant, encore une fois au cône 2.
The fastest time will win. The goalies must pass the line when pad sliding. If the goalie doesn't cross that line, half a second will be added to their time.
Le temps le plus rapide gagne. Les gardiennes de but doivent dépasser le dernier cône en glissant sur les jambières. Les gardiennes ne traversant pas la ligne seront déduits 0.5 secondes de leur temps complet à titre d'infraction. Chaque concurrent aura simplement qu'une tentative. Ce que j'aime de cette compétition, c'est que ça démontre pas seulement l'agilité du gardien dans son crease, comme on appelle. Ils sont forcés à sortir de leur zone de confort un petit peu pour démontrer leur talent de patin à l'avant et à l'arrière. C'est important parce que quand on tire de l'arrière puis tu as besoin de tirer ta gardienne de but ou tu as une finition dans le bras puis tu veux ajouter une joueuse à ton attaque, tu as besoin qu'elle s'en vienne et qu'elle s'en vienne rapidement. Donc, j'adore cette compétition. Je crois que c'est très balancé, très contrôlé et ça démontre vraiment une gardienne complète dans ses skills, autant à la remise que ses déplacements qu'à l'extérieur de son crease.
Yeah, this is a really fun one. It's a longer one, like you're saying, where we get to see a lot more like different aspects of their agility. A lot of different talents are going to be exposed here. I believe we may go one goalie at each end at the same time.
The goalies are being gathered and explained what they will have to do, like we did to you.
Yeah. Hopefully that demonstration will be clearer than what we tried to explain.
Once the first rounds are out, you're gonna get the gist of it. It's not, it's pretty straightforward, but. Still rounding up and waiting on explanations here. See lots of jerseys. Maybe we can start with some presentations of the players. We have a couple here. We have Team Alberta, we have BC, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Ontario, PI, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Alberta. All right, you can hear the cheer. I believe we're rounding up here. They will be divided in two ends, like we said. So first bulk will be on the right hand side of us, and then the other half onto the left. All right, I believe we have Robinson here, clearly from Team Manitoba. That'll be difficult. They all have like 30s and 31s, so you really have to go with the teams and not their numbers here. I believe we have Leah Robinson on our left here, number 31. She will start. The goalie from attack has already started, number 31. She's on the go, she's shooting the rings.
So we have 31 against 31.
That was a decent score. I believe she hit 2 pylons on the first one. She's off for her transition. So first cone is you're driving up to it, then backwards to the second cone, then moving forward to the last one, and then just a skate through for the last bit. Number 31 here, she's really good on transition. I have to give that to her. Speeding through the last portion of it. Very good performance. On to next, we have number 1 from Nova Scotia, Izzy Hiltz. And then we're facing BC, number, I see 39.
I want to say 29. Maybe Emma Kinner from Team BC.
Definitely Emma. She started her. Is she warming up?
No, this is Izzy going on her.
That
was on her row.
It was quite impressive.
Yeah, she's going really fast.
She's not even looking, and she's hitting the pylons. This is next level agility. She's off to her transition, off the first cone.
Emma Kinnar is starting on the other side, looking really good in that butterfly.
Wow,
she's moving so fast.
Les déplacements sont tellement rapides.
Wow.
Off to her first throws. Has not.
There you go.
First show of it.
There you go.
And she's off for her transition.
I have to say, I think her side to side is going to be to her advantage here. I've rarely seen a goalie move that speedy, especially in U16. Really quite impressive.
On the other side, we have started already from the Lynx goalie. She's pretty fast too, moving from side to side. She's gonna come back to her crease shortly. And then she'll start the throws. You can see the rings piled up here. All she has to do is throw them to the pylons, and that deducts 0.5. She just hit that one, that will be deducted. 0.5 is deducted for every target you hit. She's off to transition. First column is you're skating towards it, backing up to the second one, rounding up like she did now. For second, going through the last motion of it, and then it's just a skate through to the end. Number 31, here she's getting explained what she needs to do. We'll begin shortly. Just got the nod, she's ready to go, and she's off. First to the right, ooh, a little slippy here. She's up, controlled, and we're back. There you go. You can see her moving to the left, moving back to her crease. Needs to pick up that and starts focusing on her throws onto the pylons. Big butterflies.
On the other side, we have Chloe
from
Chloe
the
Harris from the Ravens. She's looking really good too.
Yeah, very controlled with her throws. Her body's not moving. It's
0.5,
going exactly what she wants.
0.5, there
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
solid, and she's off.
She's got a full second off on that one. That's a really good showing.
Number 31 here in green is finishing up her skill. Pretty happy with her result. Gonna join her teammates here. It's nice to see them cheer, even though they're technically against. It's good sportsmanship. We have another 2 competitors lining up. You can see on the screen number 31 from Alberta.
Now I have to say, I've seen this crest a million times. They are always here at Nationals. They always make it. And I can't tell you what team that is.
It's because they're from the West. And I gotta say, in the NRL, we don't have those many teams either. They're all provincial teams mostly. Richmond heel goalie here is speeding through, quite literally. She's already back in the middle and will start throwing her rings soon enough.
Oh, she actually hit that. That's 0.5.
That's good.
Another 0.5, full second off. I don't even think she was looking. She just knew where to throw it.
That's the other thing that you might not be accustomed to is our goalie needs quite a bit of precision to give that ring, because if it's not exactly where it needs to be, it can create some dangerous turnovers and our defensive end. So it is a crucial part of their skills.
So this should be Mia Grimm, number 20 from Team Ontario on the right. While we have that same team that I can't figure out.
She's in red now, number 31. So they're competing against each other is what I gather, because I saw them both.
So this is maybe Maya Aubin Villorio, maybe.
Ontario goalie is at her throws. She's not far. Ooh, 0.5 deducted. Love to see that. Her fans are cheering. You can hear them from the screen. Oh, she took a fall on that first cone. Maybe she can get that difference on the second and third. Very good control on those slides and side butterflies. I have
0.5.
That was solid.
So close. 0.5. There you go.
And the 2 others were not far.
She only got a second, but that was really, really good.
I love her technique. She's confident, moving through it. There's no doubt she knows what she needs to do.
Spin.
She didn't like that last turn. You can see in her demeanor. I thought she did pretty good.
Me too.
Laurentide goalie is off. Ses déplacements sur le côté droit. Assez solide, déjà revenu au centre, dans son butterfly. On va à gauche. On revient au cône. On revient au milieu. Très rapide comme départ. Je dois lui donner assez confiante. Aucun doute dans ses mouvements. Elle sait où est-ce qu'elle s'enligne. Les lancers sont partis. Les 4 sont déjà terminés et on est au premier cône. La transition très fluide. Aucun doute de où est-ce qu'elle s'en va. Focus. à performer jusqu'au dernier cône. Dernière allée.
Moi, ce que j'ai appris de cette compétition, c'est qu'il y a plusieurs raisons pourquoi je pourrais jamais être une gardienne.
Major respect to the goalies. Yeah. I believe she hit 3 cones out of 4, that goalie from Alberta, number 1. I have to give it to her. Goalies are another breed. I know. Not to mention their skills, but their mental capacity. When you really think about it, they're alone in the net most times. Their mental resilience is really something to look up to, for sure. So we have number 31 here, fighting off her slides, coming back in the middle from Team Québec. Brunel.
Nora Brunel.
C'est lancé son parti. On est en deuxième.
Oh, there you go.
Un premier,
there
un deuxième.
Full second off. There
Belle
you go.
confiance avant de sortir du filet. Premier cône, on est dépassé. Deuxième cône, on est passé. Plus que la dernière allée. Dernier push. Et c'est terminé.
On the other side here, you have Sydney Mullen from Edmonton, representing Alberta 3.
That is a hard competition for goalies.
I know.
It's not just a straight shot or just a straight stop. It's out the net, back in the net, out the net, back in the net. You're up, you're down, you're throwing rings, you're out of the crease, you're still skating, you're backwards, you're still skating, and then you're done.
I was tired reading the rules, so I can't imagine doing it.
Major respect for our goalies. Never underestimate the hard work they're doing back there. There must not be anything more satisfying than throwing that ring and hitting that cone.
Yeah.
Number 31 here from the Stingers. She's getting explained the rules. She'll be the next competitor on the line.
That would be Brooke Bell, I believe, number 31. Looks like we're finished up on the right side.
This might be our last competitor, or one of the last, if not the last. And she's off.
Ooh, Brooks Fana Cook. I like it.
You see our fans in the stand cheering their players on. I love to see it. She's off for the second swing. She's back in the middle. Couple butterflies up and downs, and then she's throwing the rings. That was not far away. And she's off the net for her first cone. Moving up, skating backwards. She's getting cheered on by her fans in the stand, but also by her teammates, I want to say, here on the ice. They're competing, but their sportsmanship is undeniable.
Yeah.
Well done. Oh, we have another one here, team number 1 from Saskatchewan.
That would be Autumn Gorman, number 1.
The whistle is out and she's off. Commence un déplacement par la gauche. On revient au centre. Il y a une coupe de papillons haut et bas. Déplacement par la droite sur la jambière. Retour au centre. Papillon encore une fois. 3. Les lancers commencent. On vise les cônes. Cône 1. Ouf, c'est frôlé. Ouf! Aucun doute sur le deuxième. Oh, c'est frappé. 3 cibles sur 4. Un solide départ. Speeding through the cones here. She's on her last one. Solid performance for number 1.
Very, very good. I believe this will wrap it up.
La compétition est terminée. Les gardiennes se rassemblent au centre. J'imagine qu'il va y avoir une belle photo pour immortaliser le moment.
This means we are moving on to our last skills comp, which would be individual agility. So we'll see a similar showing for players than we just saw from goalies.
Donc, le même principe, on va passer à la dernière compétition, les agilités individuelles, un peu le même principe. Il y aura un parcours. Chaque compétiteur aura une chance, aura droit à un essai. Ce sera une compétition de temps. Le temps le plus rapide gagne. Encore une fois, comme mentionné, les résultats seront partagés à la cérémonie de fermeture qui se tiendra samedi, au même moment que les awards.
Les prix.
Que les prix, merci, de la Ligue nationale seront attribués et l'annonce
des étoiles.
Des étoiles, plus des championnes. On s'entend ici pour gagner les championnats canadiens. Donc, la cérémonie de fermeture tout aussi importante. Les gardiennes quittent la glace. On aura une entrée de joueurs qui vont compétitionner sur notre dernière compétition pour la division U16. Ne partez pas loin, on sera suivi de la U19 par la suite. Donc, les agilités individuelles vont débuter l'entrée des joueuses sur la glace. Donc, comme mentionné au sifflet, il y a un parcours déjà prédéterminé. Au sifflet, ils vont patiner. Il y a un petit parcours de 5 cônes à traverser en virage rapide. Ils vont se diriger vers le centre. Il va y avoir patiner de l'avant, de reculons, de l'avant et on termine à la finish line. Donc, pure compétition de patin. Transition de patinage de l'avant à l'arrière. Transition de l'arrière à l'avant. Et une belle fin.
There are 4 sections to this course. The first section will have 4 cones where you have to do tight turns, skating forwards. Then you will do a small stretch going forward, pivot to your back, backward skate, pivot to your front, and then do a burst sprint for the end. This will be a timed event once again.
You explained that so much better than I did.
I tried.
I'm grateful for the sketch we had on the screen there.
Yeah, me too.
So nice visual on our players in the middle here. They're getting explained the exact rules we just mentioned. Donc, les joueuses se rassemblent au centre. Elles se font expliquer les règles qu'on vient juste de vous détailler pour ensuite aller performer et compétitionner. What would you say is the most important skill here? Is it just speed?
Popcorn feet.
Popcorn feet. Yeah. I love that concept so much.
I think what's going to make it or break it is the tight turns to begin with. Like, it's so important to be able to pop out of those turns and not lose your speed while you're going.
Totally.
That's what's going to set you out the pack.
The first steps after that cone, whatever you do with it, it needs to be fast, it needs to be off, no doubt about it. You know where you're going, visualize that first, have no doubt.
It's almost half your course too, like it's going to take up most of your time, so that's where you can shave off the most, that's where you can separate from the rest.
So I see number 7 here from Atlantic, rounding up. Donc, Audriane Boisvert de Team Nouveau-Brunswick à ma gauche se fait expliquer. Elle sera la première participante de la compétition. Avec numéro 9, Sienna du Riot, Alberta.
Tu voulais pas t'essayer sur le nom de famille?
Écoute, major respect for that last name, but there is way too many
vowels.
See? Maybe I should not attempt to say that. No disrespect. My first language is French, to be fair. So it was not even Sienna, is what you're saying?
No.
Okay, please correct me then.
I believe it may be Kenzie Gordillo. But once again, a shirt I've never seen before. I am trying here.
So we have the coaches actually going through the motion for the players to visualize their course here. So first whistle is out. Number 9 is off from Manitoba. Sharp turns. She's on that 4th cone, onto the last. She's going backwards. We're gonna have a transition to front. And then last push, and she's done. Great show, well done. Boisvert is out. Ooh, sharp turn, even for her.
And this is what I mean by their sharp turn are really important here. You want to make sure you're not like breaking, you're really just turning.
It's really that first crossover that you need to get right. It's that first motion that will get you through the movement, through the turn, and onto your way to the finish. Well done for Boisvert. They're really speeding up here. It's one after the other. So 19 here is already on the way. She was so fast that they're saying she needs to start again. We did not follow that. She was too fast for us. So Stump here, number 19, will start again. Yeah. She knows what she needs to do. She's ready to compete.
This is Cassidy Stump, representing Team BC.
Sharp turn, no doubt about it. Second turn.
She's going really low into those turns.
I love the control though. There's no doubt, there's no imbalances. She knows where she's going. Backwards.
Forwards.
Last stretch. Push, push, push. Yes. Oh, little fall, but I don't think that's going to affect her score. She was so speedy,
fast, yeah.
and she didn't lose any distance either.
This looks to be Team Nova Scotia. So this would be Avery Tropo, I believe.
Unfortunate turn, she fell into that 3rd cone. She's onto the 4th, moving from front to going backwards. I was gonna say backyard.
You gotta respect how they're just going for it though. Like,
yeah,
it's all or nothing.
You can't
right?
stop. You can't stop. You have one attempt. It's good sportsmanship. Like, even if you don't have exactly what you want, you need to keep going because you never know what will happen.
The goal's number 1 here, so you can't go halfway and still win it. So I respect they're just going for it. She's looking really good, number 21.
So we have the captain here, number 2.
This would be Greer Bowner? Yeah. From the London Legs.
And she's off, already half through. She really gaining some speed here. Last stretch. Good performance, good show of skill here.
This is Caden Wilson from the Riots, Alberta too. Just looking good in those corners.
Little twitch on that 3rd cone. No doubt getting to the fight. Oh, I
Very
love.
smooth
Oh,
transition.
yeah.
Really, really looking good.
Oh, she's good on her skate. Did you see that? That sharp turn from front to back. Pretty impressive, I gotta say.
Yep.
For that age too. Quite the show of skill.
This is a familiar jersey to us, the Nepean Ravens.
We played countless times against them growing up. Number 19, Allen.
Emerson Allen.
Emerson
yes.
Allen, there we go. She's off to her last cone.
Very nice pivot. She actually did an extra backwards pivot on that one, so hopefully that doesn't cost her too much.
She was into that drill. So number 9 here, captain of her team, going speeding through those cones, no doubt. She's onto that 5th cone, going backwards, front, and then that last stretch, Patel.
So this is JD Patel, number 9. She's actually filling in for another player, but I have to say she's looking really, really good.
Richmond heel, number 9 here, speeding through the cones. First part almost over for her. Quick
This is
check.
Nicole Papadopoulos.
Little fumbles here on that last stretch, but she's gonna pick that back up with that last stretch. Oh yeah, what a finish. Another captain on the line here, number 4 from Team Alberta.
This looks to be Jordan Nero.
She's really leaning into those turns. See how she's getting low to the ice? That gives her the edge to take that step that we were talking about. There's no doubt where she's going. She's speeding herself.
She's one of the few players who actually
performance.
used her stick to her advantage, where you're actually moving your stick from one side to the other on the same side that you're turning.
Yeah, and your head needs to turn first, right? That's the first skill that you learn. Your head needs to turn, then your shoulders will follow, and the rest of your body will go through the motion.
This is Olivia Binder.
So number 9 from Team Ontario here, already halfway through her skate, that last stretch. Number 17 is off on the line. Really, that is Richmond heel.
It's Isabella Carey, actually, from Edmonton.
Thank you for
They are
correcting me.
Alberta 3.
Same kind of technique. She's getting lower and lower at those turns, using her head to turn. There we go. Last sharp turn. That was good. She really used her head on that one, and that made the biggest difference. Laurentide.
Oui, on a Méliane Bayard-Drouin, numéro 80.
Fait partie des comptes. 4e, 5e. On s'en va au dernier pour aller du reculon. Belle transition.
Vraiment.
On retourne de l'avant. Dernier stretch. Beau tour pour terminer. Aucune perte d'énergie ou de vitesse sur le dernier tour. Number 3.
This is
from the Stingers.
Belle Hodge.
She's really speedy, but she seems to lose a little bit of speed on those turns by going so fast that she needs to stop a little bit, but nice finish, nice tight turns. Definitely competing here.
Now we have Kéliane Dubé, number 22 for Team Québec.
On commence avec les virements rapides. Une motion très contrôlée.
Belle transition de l'avant, encore très smooth. Rien à dire, vraiment très belle
performance. On va voir Saskatchewan ici, numéro 18, Saskatchewan, numéro 18.
This is Ruby Wesolowski.
Ooh, that was good.
I think.
Yep. Tight turn. You can see how some turns are easier than others. You know how you favor one side?
For sure.
Usually those skills are something that you tend to lean on, so you really have to actively think about it to correct that.
This looks to be the last competitor.
We really sped through that. We still have another one from Quebec here.
This is Kéliane Dubé. No, yeah. Ariane Huot, actually.
Ariane Huot termine son parcours de cône. Dernier virage. On est du reculon. Belle transition. Ses pieds arrêtent jamais de bouger. On tourne, on tourne, on tourne. Belle fin. Utilisation du bâton ici pour aller chercher vraiment la vitesse, engager son mouvement, prolonger sa distance.
That was fast.
That was
really,
so
really
fast. We literally sped through that. We speed through that. Dernière photo, c'est déjà la fin des compétitions U16. Quelle a été ta préférée?
Je pense que pour moi, à la hauteur qu'on est, je dirais le agility pour les goalers et les joueuses, juste à cause qu'on a eu de la misère à voir, mettons, accuracy, hardest shooter, c'était plus difficile à voir ce qui se passait, pour être bien honnête. Mais le individual, là, les filles étaient juste là, on pouvait bien voir leur talent.
Je pense que j'ai une préférence pour les goalies.
Oui,
Not
ça
gonna
m'étonne
lie.
pas.
I thought that was comme c'était très complet comme performance. J'adore voir les skills individuels d'une gardienne. Des fois, c'est pas facile à voir en tant que partie quand ça joue. Fait que c'est vraiment des situations comme ça qui mettent de l'avant le talent naturel de certaines joueuses. On aimerait prendre le temps de remercier nos commanditaires Surgeoner, National Leasing et Hertz, Ottawa-Gatineau.
We would like to thank our sponsors for tonight. We have Hertz, we have Lug, we also have Surgeoner
National Leasing et nous avons Lug. Bien à mentionner un gros merci à nos Gold sponsors, nos commanditaires argent.
Our silver sponsors now, we have Athena by Winwell. I have to say, Athena, I have you deep in my heart.
Nos bâtons de ringuette Athena par Winwell. Commissionnaire.
We have commissioners. We have Booster Juice.
On a Booster Juice, un incontournable dans le monde de ringuette, je dois dire.
We have Heart and Stroke, as well as Pro Physio and Sports Medicine Centers.
Un gros merci à Pro Physio, Médecine sportive et LifeMark.
We have Easy Live, EyeSci Live. Apologies.
Nos meilleurs commanditaires, EyeSci Live, qui est le stream d'aujourd'hui, un gros merci. Megan Peters Design, un merci personnel.
I can see the sun is shining on your soul.